I guess, Sean, 3-0 win at home on fireworks night, too, of all things. I assume you're pretty happy with what you saw tonight.
Yeah, really pleased with the result. We went in at 2-0 at half time, and I thought we weren't the best. I think we could improve. Said that to the players, and the players knew as well, because we gave them a few chances early on in the first half. But then in the second half, I thought we were good. We came out and we took the game to them. Changed a few things in midfield, which was good for us. And again scored the goal. And at 3, the only thing that frustrates me at 3-0 is taking the ball to the corner flag, because we want to try and get another goal. Because I'm fine with that when it's 1-0, maybe even 2. But when it's 3, I think the players have got. And to be fair to Elliot Collar, he comes on and takes it to the corner flag just as a disguise and tries to run the other way and beat 3 or 4 players. So overall, pretty pleased.
What was it at halftime that you weren't too happy with?
We weren't defending as well as we could. Our play, first pass out of transition was pretty poor, and sometimes it's difficult on our field when it's warm like that, because it sticks. It's very sticky, and it's not a true roll of the ball. And we're trying to play first time when we probably control the ball and then pass it after that, because, like I said, we've got to play to the conditions. But I was a bit disappointed defensively. I think we should have got tighter. To be fair, we moved the midfield around, brought Jack in from a forward position and played man for man in midfield, and it worked really well. So credit to the 3 midfield players.
I feel like you discovered the greatest new left wing back in the league.
He did well, Gunny. I knew he would do. Because he knows the game and he knows how to play for himself, the team, and then the system and the structure of what we're trying to do. So I thought he did really well. It's not something that I want to hang on to from now to the end of the season, but knowing that he can do that job is pretty good for us.
Why, I guess, before prior to tonight, why did you want to make that move, and why did you think it could work?
Well, looking at the opposition, to be fair to them, they changed. We've watched them for quite a few games, and they've been 4-4-2, and they went with 3 at the back today, I think, to manage our threat of the pace and power that we have up front. I just thought Cunny would be good enough to get the ball in that channel, because he usually drops into that channel when he's in central midfield, and pass good balls forward and try and get Jack in between the lines and let them two combine together, a little bit like what Aidan Stanley and Jack have done in the past, And it's not been unfair to the 2 that have played there. Like Finn McRob's gone in and he's probably more of a defensive one, and Ollie goes in, he's more of an attacking one, and I just felt we needed a little bit more balance in the team, and Quinny provided it. I thought it was excellent.
By the time the 3rd goal happened, the whole front line had been subbed, and it was new faces. I heard you yelling from across the field for Ollie to take the guy on. He does it, crosses the ball, and Romario finishes it. Just how happy were you seeing kind of that come to fruition?
Yeah, I mean, really, really good. He's got to understand what his strength. Everybody's got strengths and everybody's got weaknesses, and his strength is pace, running people 1 versus 1, and he's got to continue to do that. Not every time he gets the ball, but threaten at that time in the game when your opponent's hanging on a little bit, you should probably take him to the cleaners. And it's difficult for him because he's going to have to get fitter, because we need to do that more often.
Everybody knows the field's what it is. In the first half, it seemed like there was a lot of balls that were just not holding up. Was that just the temperature? Is that the guys in the way they were kicking, or is there something with that today?
I don't know. I thought some of them were running through too far. Like Cam played a couple, which usually, might be the humidity. I don't know on that. The ones that I notice more often than not is when, we step into the play to play a first time pass and it dies, and you have to play. So listen, we've got to manage this like everybody else has, and my message to them was just take a good touch of the ball and then play a pass when you're in full control. Don't rely on anything else.
This makes 2 wins in a row at home. This is a goal that you would like to have. Does this, you think, help move forward in that goal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the result now puts us in 7th, so we're in a playoff position, and it's too early to talk about that. We've got 1 more game till we go to the halfway point, and it's going to be a really tough game, because they're a good team. Even though they're below the line, we all know that what they can bring and what run they went on last year, and they've done that because they've got the players to do it. So we're going to have a tough game next week, but once we get past that halfway mark, then we can start thinking to ourselves, well, what's needed and required in the second half of the season.